This is the first bull shed I bought, probably 2010. Oh, there's one, there's one. First cast. This guy, the cameraman, freaking got one in the back of the boat. Looks like a... Might be a 5-pounder.
Before we jump into this video, I want to say thanks to 6 Cents for sponsoring this video with the 6 Cents 6 Sack. Basically, it's a monthly subscription that I'm signed up to, and I get really good fishing tackle out of it. I'll quickly show you what this would look like if you signed up. So we got a big crankbait, a square bill crankbait, a jig, a sticker, a pack of plastics, another big square bill crankbait, and a pack of big shaky heads. All of that tackle you're gonna get every month in a bag like this, or even a cooler bag, for $30 a month. If you use my code DCSuper6, I'll put that on the screen right here, save yourself $10 off your very first sack. Again, it's $30 a month. You get awesome premium fishing tackle every single month to your door. And so anyhow, thanks to 6 Cents. Hope you guys will try that out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Darian is Fishing. Again, today we're out on Lake Guntersville. That's probably a trend that you're going to see a lot, especially throughout the summer, is me being here on Guntersville. I've got Tanner running the camera, Travis running another camera. Hopefully today we can put together an awesome video. You guys saw probably on my last video, we did a really cool ledge fishing, deep cranking, swim bait video. But it probably looked easy on the video, but we were looking a lot and didn't see a lot of fish. So we found a couple of schools, but some of them bit, some of them didn't. I think they're somewhere between where they were spawning at and their summertime patterns, but we didn't see a lot of fish out there, and they're not spawning, so they're somewhere in the middle of that gap. I've got to figure out what it is or where it is that they're at. So this morning I'm going to do that, look for some maybe shallower places, maybe it's not shallower, maybe it's just not as far out there as what I was looking. And when I say far out there, I mean they're out there on the river ledges themselves. So I'm gonna get rigged up. I'm gonna throw a worm on them a bunch, throw a crankbait on them a little bit. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, because I'm gonna be cranking out a lot of videos here soon. I put a lot of work into this, and I would appreciate your support throughout all of this journey. So I'm gonna get rigged up with my worm, and then yeah, we'll head out and see if we can go catch some. So my hook box isn't in here, but I got one hook. So that's a 5/0 EWG hook, or stout hook by 6 Cents, which they don't have any of, so no point in me even plugging it. Slide the weight on, top Palomar knot. And then I'm gonna start with that new 6 Cents worm, the flat one. I have no clue what this worm is called, this guy. Start with him and see how that goes, and then if I don't or do get bit, I'll kind of play off of it. But I've got my big worm box here with the plum, black, and June bug. So we'll keep that on the front deck, get those worms warmed up and soft for when I need them. Honestly, the other day was the first time I'd ever thrown this divine swimmer. Didn't I catch one on this divine swimmer the other day? On that video, the first time I've ever thrown it on a head like this. I've thrown it as a chatterbait, I've thrown it rigged weedless, but truly it worked very well. I normally just throw a bass tricks, but it worked awesome the other day. There's one.
They pull them when you let it
get. There we go. First bite of the morning on a place just like I was talking about earlier. Little stationary. Look at that hump in his back. That's gonna be old Clyde one day. Maybe this will turn into a pattern, hopefully. I don't want that to just be one randomly one random lonely fish out there. Do anything else about it, but if they are there, I should catch one on that cast too. I've talked about this on a lot of my videos, but these fish on this lake, when you think about schools, you think about deep out there, way out there. But I think it's just in these fish's blood to be in schools, to travel in schools. And so a lot of times in the grass, you'll catch them in a school, like maybe on the bank, if they're on a shell bar or something on the bank. They don't just school up out deep. They school up just together. I think they just travel in those groups everywhere they go. Like one big happy family. I think we just caught one random 2-pounder. Didn't have no damn friends with them. Because I should have got bit on that cast if there was another one. There's one. God, as rod as God, I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, I do. He freaking bit right as I moved the trolling motor. Let me get under you. He bit right as I moved the trolling motor, and I know that he felt me. Remember, put that worm up to the first bend, pop the hook point out, throw it up to the top, and then spin your hook, just like that. Hey, you remember that spot we saw Trey at yesterday? That was the same spot we caught him at school the other day. I mean, I caught him on a big crankbait the other day. Trey won the Tuesday nighter last night with 19 pounds. Second place was 10. No, it's 5. Also, one thing you're gonna hear me talk about a lot on my channel this summer is this rod, 7.4 heavy Smoke S3 rod. I use this rod on a lot of my offshore stuff because it's got a lot of backbone, kind of a soft tip. I guess it's a extra fast tip. So it's kind of a meaty rod, and I use it for throwing a big worm on a Texas rig, on a stand-up head. I use it on a Carolina rig. I use it on a swim bait, a spoon, a football jig. That's 6 different things. Anytime I'm making a long cast, what you're doing when you're ledge fishing, you have so much line out, and you know your bait's down deep. So there's just so much line out there. I'm very confident that I can reel up my slack with this rod, with this reel, and then with the rod drive the hook home on basically on anything. I'm just super, super confident with this rod. It's very sensitive. I've never broke one of them. There's one. God, biggins. Looks like we've got ourselves into a school of spotted bass. I'm gonna change the color on their ass, see if they'll bite it better. Because both the last 2 fish I've swung on are swimming off with it, and you get 4 inches of worm back. There's one. He dropped it. Bounced my whole line. I know that wasn't a damn fish. A DT6. Swindle has been here. DT6. Gerald told me he was catching them on DT6, so I'm tying on. There's a good chance this could be Gerald's DT6. I just tied it on. I saw some fish over top of the grass. And I don't have any in my boat. Yeah, dude. This guy, the cameraman, freaking got one in the back of the boat. Looks like a good one too. Oh yeah.
Oh, fatty though.
Straight fatty. That's the third one. That's the second one he's caught out of the back of the boat while we're filming. Damn it, Bobby.
I don't know what to do with my hand. It's fucking weird, dude. I used to get in front of the camera. It's literally just like, hold it up. This doesn't say shit.
So on the spot we just fished, I noticed that there wasn't a lot of current. We were kind of close to the river, but there wasn't a lot of current. A lot of times what happens on those kind of days is the fish want to pull off the bottom when there's not a lot of current, especially on a cloudy day like this. I don't catch a lot of them cranking. I don't catch a lot of them on a jig, bottom fishing baits. I just normally don't catch a lot of them. That's when I'll have a topwater tied on, which is strange because you're fishing 10 to 20 feet depending on what kind of ledge you're on. But the fish, when they get off the bottom, they'll chase the bait up versus sitting behind an ambush point. I'm gonna talk about this a lot in the summertime, but when the current's moving past them, Say this console was a rock or something. The fish are gonna tuck in behind it and then tuck in behind each other. So they're creating an eddy underwater that they can get out of, get right behind it and be out of the current. So when there's no current, they just go everywhere. They can go feed everywhere. So I think now what we'll do probably is go look for some schooling fish on some of those places where I know there's schools at, or points that I know have fish on them, and see if we can catch some of them on a topwater bait or a bull shad or something like that. So I'm gonna head to the next spot and we'll see if we can make that happen.
Hang on. Oh, there's one. There's one. First cast. Little one. This one could be a whitey. Feels really small. Yep. Giant.
Fish taco.
Little fish taco. We need to do that on a video. I need to do that. Man, he crushed that little sucker too. I've never even eaten them before.
It tastes just like crappie.
Really?
Yeah.
How you cook them? Just fry them up in little balls?
Yeah.
We used to eat, we mostly eat spotted bass, though. I have eaten largemouth, but
Yeah, spotted bass.
dude, spots are amazing.
Really?
Hell yeah. We go to Smith Lake and catch a bunch of them clear water, pretty spots.
Yeah. Up in front of you, they're busting on top.
I got nothing for them. I got a chatterbait. Oh God, it's just fish in heaven up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a chatterbait. That's all we got to throw with these schooling fish. I got a bull shed in that box I'm gonna tie on. All right, let me just be the smart thing. Hey, Travis, can you reach in this box? Hang on. Let me get this in. Travis, can you get in this box and get me the bull shed out of there? There's one in the very front. Let me just get this cast in because I should be able to catch some more. God, I just got wrecked. Again. In the very front left, there's a small one and a bigger one. Damn, that serves with a smile. Oh my God, I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, put it on this one right here. Damn, that's why you hire a fishing cameraman, dude.
They started busting up pretty good right there.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know if that eagle presents itself for a good shot. I'll dual wheel the camera.
Damn, boy. Oh, Lord.
So they'll come up and just freaking.
Oh, God, yeah.
Seems like you gotta be ready with that shit though, because it seems like it's
Yeah, it
a
is.
2-second deal where they blow up and show themselves and they're gone.
The best is when they're chasing like one minnow, and you'll see that one minnow jumping and that's blowing up behind it. Then they're every cast, they're the dominant species. Look at this. Good God.
Fast,
that is absolutely bonkers. Got it. Spotted bass. Sorry, buddy. Top of the head spotted bass too. For whatever reason, they're coming up schooling, and bull shad has got them pinned. Oh, fatty. This is the first bull shad I bought, probably 2010-ish, probably 2010. Look how nasty and dirty it is, but I'm not gonna get rid of it, and I really don't want to clean it because I think it's cool. Oh my God, that's a big one, dude. That's a great old big one. Please, 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 please.
Well guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Kind of a strange thing that happened. I kind of thought we were gonna go do one thing, and then it changed. It got a lot cloudier since the beginning of the day. This is still one of those areas that I was talking about though. It's not way out on the river. It might look like it from behind us, but we're in a place where I've been catching a lot of bedfish earlier in the year, and now this is kind of the first thing they can move out to. Similar thing with the worm spot earlier. I had a couple bites, but I didn't catch them for whatever reason. They were just biting the very tips off of the worms, or I guess biting the tails off of it. That was 2 different worms on back-to-back casts. I don't know if they weren't biting good or if they're just small fish or what, but anyhow, one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is y'all always love hearing my setup. So again, earlier in the video, I talked about the 7.4 Heavy Smoke S3. That's a rod that I use on everything I was talking about. Big worm, big jig, spoon, swim bait. Now I'm throwing a bull shad on it. This is a perfect rod for a bull shad, the 5. I love this rod. And one thing that I'm getting to is this month, all my videos, if you buy anything from Quantum's website, use the code DIF25. That's going to save you 25% off on your order. I'll put my code on the screen right here. So save yourself 25% off your order. Screenshot that and email it to me or DM it to me. And then I'm going to be giving away $160 worth of Quantum gear. So if you want to get a rod, a reel, or a combo, you got to keep it under $160. And I'm gonna make that happen for one lucky person. So again, go to Quantum's website, use DIF25 to buy anything, and then send me the receipt of whatever you bought to be eligible to win. And quickly, I'll go over again. So there's that setup. That's a 7.4. I'm throwing a 7.4 on that swim bait. And also this is a cranking rod that's a 7.4. The LOB rods that I'm making are all gonna be 7.4. That's a 7.4 cranking rod. And then I've got my chatterbait is on a 7.4, and my big worm was on a 7.4, but I actually cut that off, put the chatterbait on. So everything that I like is a 7.4. I just really like that length. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and yeah, hopefully the fish are gonna start biting. Once this weather, we've had a weird weather, cold nights, cold mornings, cold wind blowing in, and it's really affected this ledge bite that I wanted to get onto. So hopefully in the next videos, I really think they're going to start biting. So y'all stay tuned for the next videos, and I will see you all on the next one. First thing is, it's deep, as you can tell. So there's a couple things you can do. This has a removable tray that just has one solid tray with no dividers in it. But you can put a bunch of baits in that, and since it has this tacky stuff, your baits won't move around. So you can load something up in that tray, and this one has the dividers in the middle. You can load more baits up in that one, and then you can put baits in this one as well. But if you want to do something a little bit different, you can use this as a big as a big box, like as a big divider. And the cool thing about this lure lock one is, and it's probably going to be a little bit hard for me to explain this on the video, but they have different grooves on the sides to put these long dividers, so you can kind of space this out how you want to. So if you wanted to put, I'm just going to guess and say like packs of hooks over here and then packs of swim baits up here, or however you wanted to do this, you can move this section divider around. But once you put these in like so, right there, so I've got those 2 in. Now it comes with all of these spacers, and the cool thing that lure lock does is you don't have to freaking use these scissors, try to cut it perfectly and do all that crap. They literally just snap apart. So then you bam, pop them in, snap that apart, bam, pop it in, pull that edge piece off, bam, pop it in. So now you have just built yourself a completely different box. Now you wouldn't be using these trays anymore, obviously, because you've got those big dividers in there. But what I'm getting to is this thing is super customizable. If you order this 4-in-1 deep box, there's a lot of things you can do to it. I'm gonna pop up on the screen right here just a quick snippet from a video that Swindle did where he loaded this entire box down with different DT6s.
Check out all the DT6s I put in here. So I can come in, I've got one layer on the bottom. I come in and set the next layer down on top. Bring the next layer right in there, so on top of that. Now I've got what I had in 3 to 4 boxes. I now have in 1.
And I'm 100% gonna do that same thing with maybe like all my shallow diving crankbaits. So like say all my 6 cents ones in 1 box, all of my Rapala ones in 1 box, and then all the other ones in the bottom of this box. And then you have all of your medium diving crankbaits or shallow, whatever you wanna do, all in the same lure lock box. It is just absolutely cool. I'm super proud of this deal. And if you guys want to go support me and go support Lure Lock, all you got to do, go to their website, use the code DC20 to save yourself 20% off of anything on their website. And one more quick thing, I didn't show this in the beginning, but when I talk about this box sliding down in there, there's you can't really see it, but there's a divider on the side built in so that this tray doesn't slide all the way to the bottom. So you can put baits in the bottom of this one, then slide this down on top of it, and there's a gap. You can see that gap. That's basically the size of another tray. So then when you fill your baits up in this one, put it in there, it rests on the top. So you can see right there, your baits aren't gonna get just squished on by these other boxes. Anyhow, I think that's really cool.